I don't know why that was so low then. About there. That's better. There we go. See, I always have to do the little checks beforehand because I have little goblin hands from 7-year-olds touching buttons and things in my system. So now you should be able to hear me. Right, we're good. How are we, you wonderful humans? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining us on this fine Monday evening here on the UK. On the UK? In the UK. Please make sure you hit the magical buttons for us. I have, I wasn't muted, Jerry. I have sliders for volume on my audio deck in front of me. It's a Rodecaster Pro 2, if anyone cares. I have sliders. And sometimes my little one, he's decided recently he wants to say, can I practice on your keyboard? And I'm like, all right. And he sits on my chair with the computer turned off, and then he presses buttons, right? And he presses the keyboard with everything turned off. What he'd done is he'd taken slider from mic number 1 and slid it all the way down to basically 0. And I was like, my little levels aren't bouncing. Why? And I moved the slider, and now we're working. Just so you understand the joys of having a home office with children around. How are you, wonderful humans? Anyway, how are you doing on this fine Monday? I say fine Monday. It's been pretty stormy and shit here in the UK recently. Welcome back to the stream, and I wasn't entirely sure what we were going to talk about today. And then Games Workshop dropped a new article. Now I know what I'm going to talk about. And also, I will confess something right now. Because of the success of the last one, I am contemplating doing a preview stream for next week. But it is at silly o'clock, so I need permission of the person sat next to me.
What's this for?
A preview stream.
At silly o'clock?
It's at silly o'clock, yeah.
How silly is silly o'clock?
Well, what would you consider silly o'clock?
No. What time is it?
It's in the morning.
Okay.
At 9 a.m.
What was that?
Is it 8 a.m.?
Babe.
5 a.m.
You're going to get up at 4:30. When?
Next Thursday.
And then you're going to stream as a normal day.
That is my thought, yes. Shall we say if they hit membership goal?
No, it's your very exhausting
No, you say
day.
you say yes. You say you go.
No,
you go,
I'm not taking that bet. No.
I'm thinking about it, chat. I'm thinking about it. Because it is LVO, obviously, next weekend. They listened to me when I said, please stop putting it at the end of January when it's Lucy's birthday. They listened to me, and they said, oh, is it Friday, not Thursday? Is it Friday? I'll have a look at it. And they listened to me, and that's what makes it worse for me, actually. That makes it impossible for me. It doesn't.
This is a roller coaster of emotion.
I can make this work. I've got a big brain play here.
Okay.
I get to ask the important question again. Who is playing who this week and which armies are being used?
I'm currently playing Joe. I'm currently playing Joe both nights. Paddy's unavailable. Brom's in France. Tom is possibly going to be having his appendix out. So at the moment it's just me and Joe. Possible, maybe Tom will be available if he doesn't have to have surgery. If not, Luce might step in on Tuesday at least for decking, and then we'll go from there. We'll figure it out.
Well, you said that I'm too aggressive.
I mean, that wasn't all about decking, but yeah. That was after you tried to start a fight with a delivery man at 7:45 this morning.
Shouldn't
But
be
anyway, excuse me. Anyway, so it's me and Joe, Big Bad Piggy Gaming. I want to use Dark Angels one day, but I'm also thinking about, although I have to ally something in, I'm also thinking about busting the Templars out from Siege. In fact, I'm going to bust the Templars out on one of the games from Siege, and then it's whether I do Dark Angels, which is more Space Marines, or whether I pick something different, and I probably go Eldar and play a potential beachhead list out of the models that Joe's painted. Okay, so that's what I will be doing this week. What Joe will be using is anyone's guess at the moment. But the week after, I think it is, he's very excited about playing Astra Militarum, okay? So, why am I talking about doing an early morning stream, which I think, if I look at the date and it's on Friday now, I can really make this work, and you will have no idea. In fact, it works better for you this way. I'll explain. So, if I get the website up right now and we go screen share, Las Vegas preview, I read Thursday 16th of Jan, 5 a.m. But it's Thursday 16th of Jan at 9 p.m. specific time, right? And then it's
Specific.
Friday 17th of Jan at 5 a.m. English time. Do you know why that might work?
No.
Do you know what time I'm supposed to get back to St Mary's Stadium after watching Saints play Manchester United? About 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
What's Brom doing in France? Conquering it?
No, he's snowboarding. No. Conquering it is great, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Rambo, for the 199. You legends. Now, what I could do, if we hit membership goal tonight, chat, what I could do is when I get back to St Mary's at 3 o'clock in the morning, I could drive to this, walk back to the studio where my car will be parked. Nice, fresh, brisk walk at half 3 in the morning to wake me up.
And then you're
right?
Okay, the delivery man story. Where shoes
We'll
throw.
get to it, Dave. We'll do the actual hobby content first. We'll get to it, don't you worry.
Who let Brom go to France? With his favourite number?
Poor old Brom. So what I could do is then take a nice fresh air walk back to the studio from the stadium, because it's like half an hour walk. Get back to the studio and have a stream ready that I'll just do from the studio.
That's a great idea.
Then the stream goes from say 5 till 6. I cancel the Liam and Joe show that day because I'd done a preview stream, but we keep the game stream. Oh, it's Friday. I don't cancel any stream. I drive home and go to sleep. But when I come home, I'll be coming home 6:30, 7. I'm not waking you up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's better for everybody.
And what day is that?
Friday the 17th.
Oh, yeah, there's no field trips, so...
Yeah, so
It's not as though I'm like, driver!
So I just stay awake, just fucking fight through and stay awake, do the stream,
Yeah.
and then come home and go to sleep.
Can you sleep on the coach a little bit?
I absolutely will be sleeping on the coach.
Yeah. Okay.
100% I'll be sleeping on the coach, without doubt.
Yeah.
In fact, bearing in mind Saints' performance recently, I'll probably be sleeping in the stadium. I'll be honest. So, how about that? Like, that just fits.
It's a sign.
It's a sign. It
It's
just
a
fits.
sign.
If it sits, it fits. There we go. He's going to get stabbed by night ladies. Oh, they're all done by then, Boltec. They're all, at that point, they're like slugs scurrying off home, leaving their trails behind. So the preview on Friday the 17th of Jan at 5 a.m. for us in the UK is from LVO. And because it's LVO, it's a preview. Of course, they can't not do a preview, despite having done a great big preview recently. So we have this Warhammer Preview Show article that got dropped today. The next Warhammer Preview is taking place during the Las Vegas Open in around 2 weeks' time. We've got loads of exciting things to show off from Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer The Old World, and Necromunda, and news from Black Library. Interested, they say no Horus Heresy. I'll show you why in a minute. We'll also be showing off some of the first reveals of 2025. Check out the video or read on for details. We're actually going to watch the video.
It's almost time for the next Warhammer preview, and we've got some really cool stuff to show you, right, Al?
We do indeed. We've got stuff from the Age of Sigmar, we've got stuff from Warhammer 40,000, from Necromunda and the Old World.
You don't want to miss this one. Whatever you do, make sure you tune in. See you there.
Now, the reason why we need memberships now is because we'll literally get demonetized just for that little bit of music that we're playing. Those attending in person will see it a little earlier than everyone else, but everyone else can watch it from the comfort of their own home shortly after. We'll be hosting the stream on Warhammer Community and on the Warhammer Twitch channel from 9 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday, 16th of January, which is a brisk hour of 5 a.m. GMT on Friday the 17th. I mean, 5 a.m.'s not the worst we've had. I can live with that, to be honest with you. We have a full recap of even more details to offer about everything from the show on this website as soon as the live stream ends. Our team on the ground at Las Vegas Open will once again be covering the action from the tournament floor, so you can find out who is on their way to claiming the top spot, no one cares, and securing a place at this year's World Championship of Warhammer. More about 2025 iteration of that event later in the year. But for now, here's a taste of what's to come in 2025. You'll find some of these miniatures revealed at LVA. Right. Couple of things. Excuse me. Couple of things. You'll find some of these miniatures revealed at LVA, okay? We don't yet know if all 5 of these miniatures will be revealed at LVA. If we scroll back up to the top of the article, they said Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, The Old World, and Necromunda, okay? If we scroll back down to here, Which is which? So this, if you've seen the wider image of this, which has been shared on social media, this is Lucius. I have absolutely no doubt at all that this is Lucius. Okay. This one here, I was pretty convinced was going to be Admech something Thanatar. But they haven't said not Admech, sorry, Horus Heresy something Thanatar. But they haven't said Horus Heresy. So I actually don't know what this is. I'm interested. This has got to be a 40k thing, surely. It's got to be a 40k thing, surely. And then we have the rest of these. And I mean, this looks potentially old world, but maybe this is old worlds. This one, I'm only saying old world because I think that looks like a squarish base or rectangular base, but I'm not sure. And then there's a little wormy creature. I'm interested. Yellow, green, and blue. You tell me on postcards, chat. Yellow, green, and blue. What on earth do you think they are? This obviously is sci-fi. I'm interested to know what you think orange is as well. Pink's the only one we know. And I say we know. They have been bastards before. I think this is Lucius. I think there's no doubt about that one. But let's see what you guys think the rest of these are. That's what I care about. That's what I want you to know. I'm going to go back to main screen here, but I'm going to keep the article up in front of me because I want to know which ones you're referring to when you say whatever it is you say. Boop. Let's make it a bit smaller. That's what she said. Boop, boop. There we go. Make it that. Yeah. Cool. Now I can see the little picture. So when you say yellow is, I know what it is. Yellow is square base for sure, you reckon? Interesting. Blue one looks like a skelly man. It looks like something vampire-ish or skeleton-ish or death-ish, doesn't it? Definitely. Lucius, Thanatar, but the Thanatar, they said no Horus Heresy, which is interesting. Beastman, Brayherd, something Necromunda, Sigmar Black Knights, Mounted Graveyard. But they got the Blood Knight kit not too long ago for Sigmar, didn't they? It would be funny if Pink was actually Dark Eldar. I mean, I think it's obviously marine size and scale.
Blue is a high elf dragon prince.
You reckon, Dave? Yellow's a Skaven rat. Orange has to be Thanatar. It looks Thanatar. They just didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. But here's the thing, right? They said that not all of these would be revealed at LVO. And they said that LVO wouldn't have heresy. Well, they didn't say it wouldn't have heresy. They just didn't stipulate heresy when they said what was going to be revealed and what wasn't going to be revealed. So it actually might be Thanatar. They just might not be showing off at LVO. So it actually might be a Thanatar. I mean, it looks very Thanatar-y, doesn't it? Let's be honest. The horse is definitely a skeleton horse. What makes you say that? Oh, I mistyped. No one wants me to do this preview show, Luce.
Why?
Because we're on 0 gifters still, 15 minutes in.
Gosh. It's as though we've just had Christmas.
That doesn't help me for February. I'll be honest. It was a hungry horse. It might have been, yeah. Oh my god. Why did you give me that shortbread just before stream?
Because it was yummy.
I mean, it was, in fact, yummy, but it's buggered me right up. Oh, nope, broke it. There it is. If I float that window there. There's no title on the gifted. No, you have to reveal it now, Kazarian. You wait, give 10 and you'll find out.
Blue's new Black Knights 1,000,000%.
Ooh, Dave doesn't think so. Alex, thank you for the 5 gifted. Christopher Sanford, PlayStation Doctor, thank you for the 1 gifted. Chris, I also saw you yesterday on our Saints podcast. Thank you so much, you legend. So now what happens there is it starts to reveal he says, why is that not done what it's supposed to do? Refresh. There we go. We have a title. Yellow is definitely Beastman. Yellow is definitely Beastman. Thank you, you wonderful humans, for 6 gifted. Thanks for the big 5 from Alex, you hero.
Blue 1 is revamp of Black Knights for Soul Blight Gravelords with a new Vampire Cavalry hero to go with it.
People are sure, Dave, that it's AOS and not what's that dead game called? Old World. You will now see probably the loose outline of the membership goal.
Blue has the same helmet style as Graveguard. Willing to put money on new Black Knight.
Okay, I'm into it. Dave, I think you're being outvoted, mate. I was excited about something potentially high elf. So if that's Sigmar, Lucius is 40k. Does that mean yellow is Old World? Any chance of the link to Saves podcast again? Yes, for you. I'll do it for you. There you go, Neil, just for you.
Orange could be new Imperial Knight. Also, if people want pre-order Deathcore, do it quickly as Warhammer will may get it all before you do.
I was like, what do you mean? Oh, Warmaster will get it all before you do. Facts. Thanks for the 5, Scooter. What legend? It looks so Thanatar-ish though, doesn't it? I can't decide. I wonder if I can... Hang on, chat. Instagram. Allow cookies. Log in. Did I change my password? I think I changed my password. As you should regularly do. Is it that one? We're in. Okay. I need to get my authentication app because I think Warhammer posted bigger authenticator. Is it that one? Nope. Authenticator other app. We're in. Are we in? Bloody logins and stuff, innit? It's a problem. So, if we find James' workshop, have they posted better images? Not really. Where were they? Were they on Facebook? They haven't really posted better images, have they? Was it on Facebook? Let's have a look. I'm looking now. Don't worry about me, chat. I'm just gonna have a look on my own, of my own accord. Oh, log it. Why do I have to log in here as well? Orange is the Knights, 1,000 Suns. Need to go look at Thanatar and see how fast their minds change. Ooh. Imagine if it was for 1,000 Suns. That would well throw people off, wouldn't it? Right, let me log into Facebook. Trust this device. Are we allowed to discuss how dope the new DG Mini looks, or will Liam get in trouble? I don't know what you're talking about. How do I search for this nonsense? Warhammer 40,000. Did they post images here? They didn't, did they? I've seen images. I've seen freeze frame images in places that are much better than what I would get from just the video itself. It's not helping me right now. Okay, can't find it. Oh well. The people are saying oranges for Knights 1,000 Suns. Yeah, I think that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. I'd be well into 1,000 Suns Demon Engine like that. Because they don't have any, do they? I mean, arguably neither do World Eaters. Only Death Guard have their own demon engines, but they got them in Wave 2. Games Workshop have confirmed that Horus Heresy will be in the preview, but it doesn't say so in the article. Interesting. Onward on. What? Warcom. Where does it say so on Warcom? Oh, wrong button. I've read the article. Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Old World, Necromunda, Black Library. It's the purple dude playing the bagpipes. The purple dude's definitely Lucius, I reckon.
Blue is deaf as Skelly Horse, can see the bony neck on the video. Yellow looks most likely a square base on the video.
Yellow is a square base. You can see, so if we, hang on. I'm doing some extra looking right now. If we zoom right in, you can see the flat line there. Yellow is 100% square base. If you look at this horse, 100% round base here. 100% round. Now I've zoomed in a bit. 100% round base. On the pictures, well, that is the picture article. That is the picture article. The article that I was just in. If you're trying to get first place again, Ash, by spamming bullshit fucking comments, you pack that in straight away.
Some people just have to win, don't they?
Some people just have to spoil it for everybody else. Screen share not working. Try again. Does it work now? Oh, it put a phone screen up for me. Why did it do that? Odd. Okay, we fixed it. We pressed the button again. It worked this time.
Blue is definitely an elven dragon prince that's been dead for a bit.
So here we go. Right, now we've actually got the screen up, chat. Here we go. Yellow, look. 100% a straight line here. 100, look, there's an angle. That's a square base. Look there, square. Right, that's square. This one here, look, you can see the curvature here. You can see the curve. This is AOS. This is Old World. AOS, Old World. Has to be that way around. Look, that is definitely a square base. I thought this was a hobby stream. When I can hobby with things that I'm allowed to show you again, I will. That, yeah, 100% square, nobody. Look, you can see the angle there. And then line. This one's definitely rounded. This for me, I think, is something Necromunda-y. This is Chaos. Look, chain. Maybe a skeleton head. This is looking chaosy for me, maybe. Think that's a chain behind there? This is Lucius, a different angle. This is Lucius with his big sword out. His big old whip. But this is square. This is the old world model in yellow, Dave. This looks round to me. So this would be something undead. Surely. Yeah, the first thing I thought when I saw orange was Thanatar. Or a version of Thanatar, but with the chaosy bits on it, it's a good shout that it could be a Thanatar for Thousand Suns. A Thaunatar. Are you still doing your homework?
Yeah.
Lucy's still tallying everything up, chat.
Teacher gave me an extension because
I
I'm
did.
just such a good student.
You just battered those eyelids, didn't you? So. Oh, YouTube crashed. Good. Well, either Dark Mechanicus or something for Thousand Suns, potentially. Doesn't look nurgly enough. Oh my lord. Can't talk properly anymore. Dismiss. There's 184 people watching chat. Thank you so much, you wonderful humans. Please think about pressing all the magical YouTube buttons for us. We're on 74 likes, so there's 110 people that are watching that haven't liked. 110! That's free, isn't it? It's Horus Heresy, it's all Dark Mech if you just say so. It might be Horus Heresy. I'm just hoping for something 40k that's as cool as that, because I really don't like 40k AdMech, really. If you come away from Infiltrators and Ruststalkers, I just don't love AdMech in 40k. So Ruststalkers and Infiltrators, I'm all about that life. That's why we have so many. You make a loose do homework on a day off. It's not a day off. Is Monday a day off?
No.
No, shut the fuck up, Ash. I will literally mute you for 90 minutes each stream so you can't get anywhere near the top 5 if you carry on. Don't think I won't do it. I will be that petty. Thousand Suns are supposed to be using automators. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it would be cool to see Dark Mechanicum come to 40k, though. Would it not? Although I often find a lot of people in this circumstance will go, this is what I want it to be, so this is what I'm going to believe it's going to be. If we, however, hit our membership goal, I will sit there live with you at 5 AM next Friday and watch it. First time catching you live since before December. Hospitality sucks. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you as well, sir. Hope you are starting to calm down a little bit. Do it, be petty. All the other Thanes are egging me on to ban Ash for the night.
They're probably trying to tell you something there.
Well, yeah, they're all fed up with him as well. It's like the annoying puppy in the litter. He's barking at your ankles. Look at me, look at me.
Did you ever see that video on Facebook of a mother dog stepping back into the pen with all of her puppies? And they're all like tugging on her and they're trying to get her milk and everything, and she's just literally stepped foot in the pen and she does this bark and growl that's almost blood churning, but all the puppies just sit down and shut the fuck up. And the meme was something like, I said no!
Yeah.
But I thought that was really good to not... I wonder how many breeders would say, no, let mum do it. I'm not going to intervene. Mum will settle the puppies down, let her do it. I'd never heard a dog make that kind of noise. It was really like, fuck, you've pissed mum off.
It was the way that they all went, oh, at the same time. Like, there was like a universal language there straight away.
Yeah.
Like, oh, whoops.
It was really, really cool.
I've just looked at the picture of the Thanatar again. Definitely no chains or skulls. I think there's a chain in the background. It looks like a chain of some sort in the background. We'll see. We'll see. The armor plates match Thanatar 2 perfectly. Oh, it's definitely a Thanatar variant, I think. But then I say definitely, I think, which alleviates me with some blame if it ends up not being a Thanatar, right? I think it's a Thanatar. That's what I think it is. I think Lucius is the first one. I think now we've discovered it's a round base. We're looking something vampire-ish, Soulblight Gravelords for the last one. The mounted jobby. Morninghammer, thank you for the one gifted. Amazing. Up to 7. It's a fucking tough crowd tonight, chat. Dog speak for shut up or I'll give you something to cry about. Yeah, absolutely. Joe won't ban me. Liam won't ban me. Joe likes my... Alright, hang on. There you go. Just that done. Liam won't ban me means you're banned. Evan, thank you for the one gifted membership. Mr. Timinello. Do.
Timinello.
The one time I did it for you, look, and you didn't even get excited.
I did. I went Timinello.
Good evening, Mr. De Silva. How are you? I definitely think it's likely probably a Thanatar, perhaps. Yeah, exactly. Definitely, probably, maybe, possibly a Thanatar. Maybe not. We may end up, Joe and I, by the way, tomorrow night, we may end up self-producing a stream from the table. Just so you know. That could be a car crash, so...
Because apparently I'm aggressive.
No, because with the swimming and stuff that you're doing tomorrow, it might not be it might not be a good idea that 2 knackered kids after swimming come to the studio and the dog gets left here on her own the whole day. We have...
That is, joking aside, it would be leaving Emmy on her own for that long.
It's a long time, isn't it?
It is a long time.
She's getting old.
But if lovely, sweet, innocent Joe was to finish on time...
Which I can't promise.
Which no one can promise. So do I risk getting a bollocking from you for going, Joe, I'm turning the camera off. I need to go fucking home because the dog needs letting out. Boop.
You're going to struggle to go home when I'm the one driving.
I'll get an Uber. Kids, get in the car.
She's so aggressive, chat.
So
Shouted
aggressive.
at a delivery man at 7:45 this morning.
I did not shout. I did not.
Are you Andy?
I didn't shout it. I didn't shout it. I didn't shout it. I was just clarifying the details of the lie. That's all I was doing. I can't stand lying. If you just tell the truth, then we can move forward. But if you tell a lie, you have to tell another lie to cover up that lie, and round you go.
I ordered something on Thursday for next day delivery from a tech website type thing. And I was having a bad day on Friday, which I think I spoke to you about a little bit on After Dark. So it got to a point where I was like, I want to go out. I need to go out the house. I need to, because sometimes the downsides to working from home, especially when you work from home quite a lot, and I'm lucky that I get the 2 days at least in the studio. Sometimes you're like, I need to get out of the house. So we did, and off we went to town. And I'd forgotten that this next day delivery was due. And we didn't go out till 2:30 in the afternoon at this point.
Yeah.
Then I was driving home from town after we'd successfully gone out, had a burger, and I'd bought some Warhammer. And as I was driving home from town, I had an email come through, which was DPD. And I was like, oh, fuck. I don't even need to open that whilst I'm driving, because you shouldn't, to know what that is. No doubt whatsoever that that's going to be we missed your delivery. So I got home, opened my email, only for him to say, we missed your delivery. I was like, I literally was 4 minutes from my fucking house, right? And then I got back and I was so irritated. But it's my fault.
He'd like to see the night that's apparently coming.
Is there? Sorry, I'm a bit ranty. Hang on. Garty, I've missed something here. Where are we getting... It's just a Thanator with other weapon options it had. People were just wishing it's something that it isn't. In other words, it's people's own fault for hyping up something that isn't a thing. Pierre, sorry I sound ranty, but people seem to be doing this a lot lately and then blame GW when they're wrong, and it's just getting a bit... Oh no, I want it to be Dark Mech. I'm not going to be sad if it's not. Nor am I going to go, gaze that up, you knobs. Absolutely not. So I'm with you on that one, don't worry. Anyway, yeah, so I was annoyed because we were like 5 minutes late for this delivery, but I was also like, it's my fault. I knew the delivery was coming and I went out anyway. I had forgotten, but it's still on me, right? And then, so what I did is I logged in, view your options. And what annoyed me a little bit is this wasn't a cheap package because it's to do with audio equipment. So it wasn't a cheap package. And I was like, normally DPD give you a window in the morning. We're delivering between this hour and this hour. Not going to be in. What's your options? And I was like... I don't understand why I didn't get any of that stuff. Anyway, it logged in, and I was allowed to pay. I was either going to get it delivered on Monday, or I was allowed to pay VIP to have it delivered on Saturday for $4.99, right? And I was like, I need it for Sunday, really. I don't need it for Sunday, but I want it for Sunday. So I paid the $4.99. Selected between midday and 6 p.m. on Saturday. Lucy, going to be in that time? Yes, I'll definitely be home that time. Cool, brilliant, good. We'll have the package. I then, on Saturday morning, right, here's a story. On Saturday morning, set instructions to DPD app. Not for some parcels. Some parcels they don't let you, apparently, I found out. So that Saturday morning, we went over to the butcher's, etc. We were home by 11 o'clock in the morning. Our window's between 12 and 6, remember? We're home by 11 o'clock in the morning. Off I go to the football, think nothing more of it. Come home, no parcels. Interesting. So I opened my emails to find that at 5:30 I had an email that had told me that I was going to hit between 12 and 1 o'clock. That's interesting that I got that email at 5:30. Okay. And then I was like, hang on, I was supposed to have had it between 12 and 1 o'clock. It's now 6:30. So we checked. We have CCTV because people like Carl of Hodgie sitting in the bushes outside. And we've got a Ring video doorbell because people like Alex keep running up and pressing the doorbell and running away. And we checked everything. No sign of any delivery driver. Okay. Well, we'll give it another hour or so. Maybe he's running behind, etc.
Just because it's a time of year that people take parcels from front doors.
And people are also, buying lots of stuff in January sales. The posties have still got backlogs from Christmas, etc. So I was a bit more relaxed and forgiving. And then it got to Sunday morning and it hadn't turned up. So I got particularly pissy at this point. Logged into DPD with my tracking number for it to say, our driver Andy attempted delivery at midday. No one was there. He won't be able to come back today, but don't worry, we'll re-deliver your parcel another time. And I was like, he fucking didn't. He fucking didn't. So I phoned them up, and suffice to say, the call centre's not in the UK, which instantly gets my fucking goat. And so I ranted at the poor Indian man, who eventually caved when he said to me, well, we did attempt to deliver. I was like, you fucking didn't, and I've got CCTV, which is literally like, it's not even motion sensor. Our CCTV is 24/7. It just watches the front of the house, right? I was like, so you fucking didn't. I can literally pull 7 hours of footage between 11:30 and 6:30, which is my whole window, and prove that no van attended our street. You didn't. So he eventually caved, said he would escalate this to his managers because it's unacceptable. Correct. And he refunded me my $4.99. That was important to me. It's £5 for a service I didn't have. So he refunded me my $4.99. Anywho, the next thing I know, right? And then he said, "Oh, would you like to reschedule delivery?" I was like, "Yes, I still want my parcel, please." So they rescheduled it for today. Next thing I know, I am awoken this morning at about 7:45 as the leaping gazelle next to me departs the bed. Right? I think she fucking flew out of this thing, through the dressing gown, out the door, and I reckon she almost fucking fell down the stairs. It was that fast, right? 95 Ginger Age, thank you for the 5 gifted. And then all I hear is the door open, and she goes, "Are you Andy?" And I was like,
I didn't!
You did!
No, I didn't! I did not say it like that. I opened the door because it was a gloomy day, so I couldn't quite see him. I had to turn the light on. And then he was just stood there trying to get a photo with me. And you should really still ask permission. I know that that's how they proof delivery now, but you should still ask permission because I might have Ben with me or whatever.
Or a boob out.
And I might be breastfeeding. Who knows? Have you seen that meme going around?
No.
And
There's only 13 people excited for Joe returning as well, by the way.
And I just said, "Are you Andy?" And he went, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, well, you said that you attempted delivery on Saturday, but you didn't." And he went, "Oh, I don't remember that." And I said, "And then there was some kind of attempted delivery on Friday." But
No, you said Thursday.
No, because there was something Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No, just Friday, Saturday.
Oh, okay. And then so the Friday thing, don't remember that. And I said, well, then the original delivery day was a Thursday. No, I definitely wasn't Thursday. Definitely wasn't here Thursday. And I went, so you remember Thursday, but you don't remember Saturday, which was just 2 days ago. And he was like, well, I don't remember it, do I? And then he walked off and slammed his car door.
Attitude.
I wish there was a bit on the failed attempted delivery that's like an other box that then when you call up to rebook, you then have the option to say, they ticked other, what does that mean? And it can be driver had a ding in his van so he couldn't continue.
Driver's line, fuck.
Or laden down with parcels, not enough hours in the day, or just something that's, when they do come back to the address, you're not then like seething with, I've either missed a hospital appointment because I stayed in for this parcel, or I missed a day of work so I didn't get paid that day because your lying failed delivery when it was supposed to be delivered meant I had to then rejig.
It wasn't just that. I was particularly irritated, and DPD got the brunt of it because I'd ordered something from Element on Friday, and because Royal Mail, which is nowadays also one of the shittest postal services in existence, don't take pressurized canisters, and I'd ordered 2 cans of matte black spray from Colourforge. They sent it via not DPD, a different one.
DHL?
DHL,
No.
yeah, DHL. So that was supposed to turn up on Saturday. That came today. And then I was supposed to have also received an Amazon parcel on Saturday that said delivery by 10 p.m. And I waited and waited and waited, and we had it all.
See, if we knew the goal was people excited for Joe, we might have gifted more eyes.
The whole fun thing is, Critters, is that you unveil what it is. To prove, it's like peeling, it's like rubbing the little scratchy bit off of a scratch card, all right? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Thank you, Critters, for the 10 gifted memberships!
But when I had Andy at the door, good old Andy, I said to him, we've got 2 sets of CCTV. You didn't attempt delivery. No, I don't remember that.
Also, Christos Margaropoulos, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Why legends?
I should have said, well, I know you don't remember it, Andy, because you weren't here.
Yeah, you can't remember not being here. But so I'd had 3 parcels that were all due on Saturday, and none of them turned up, and I was really pissed off. Amazon will be there by 10 o'clock, and then after 10 o'clock, still said, like, arriving by 10 o'clock. I was like, well, it fucking isn't, because it's gone past 10 o'clock now, and I want to go to bed. And then on Sunday, it did turn up between 2 and 4, but I'm glad we were in that day waiting for it.
Yeah.
It just fucking irritates me.
For me, it's the lying. Even if I would still be mad if a delivery driver said, you know, I was due to clock off in 10 minutes time and your house is half an hour away, so I just put it on the system as failed delivery. I'd be pissed off, but at least I'd have some sympathy the next time.
They have introduced dark mech in Legions, so it's not impossible that it's chaos, but there are none in Horus Heresy so far, and regular mech are new, so...
Yeah, I want it to be something Thousand Sons of Your Chaos. I reckon it'll just be another Thanatar for normal cult mech in Heresy, to be fair. Thanks for the 9, Ben.
I would have some sympathy that when they came to then actually deliver it, it would be, did your boss give you too much to do, or did you take on too much? And maybe a 30-second conversation of, oh, I see, I understand.
Excited for Lucius and EC. In the meantime, doing Eldari. I am doing them Corsair style with lots of bits from Void's card. Do you reckon we will get a Corsair's detachment?
No. Probably not. You only get Void Guards and the other ones. I don't think that's enough for a detachment, to be honest with you. I wouldn't expect a Corsair's attachment. Wee Man, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. Love you, Nick. Up to 33. 33 people are excited for Joe's return.
Have you missed Joe?
Well, I saw him yesterday, so no.
Oh, okay.
He's missed being at work.
Really?
Yeah, he's been whinging to Tom because he wanted to come in and hang out with me, and Tom and Paddy were streaming, and he wasn't allowed because he was forced leave.
So the next time Joe whinges about his lot in life,
Tom, over the course of the last couple of months, Tom has learnt a lot about Joe.
Has he?
Mm-hmm, yeah. He has learnt a lot about what he says versus what the actual reality is.
Well, there's always 3 versions of the situation. Your version, my version, and what actually happened. Drimmy says, hi, can I ask when do you think they'll announce the Eldar Battle Box? Who says they're getting an Eldar Battle Box? If they were getting an Eldar Battle Box, do you not think it would have been announced during the preview stream that happened when they also announced the Krieg Battle Box? Just saying.
On flip side, imagine if you got told your parcel from Dempsey was marked as delayed Friday Eve and every woman bangs door down at 8 AM on Saturday.
Not when he says every woman, he means EVRI as in the delivery service.
Oh.
Not like every woman in his streets banging on his door at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Lucky guy.
I mean, Nick's handsome, but I don't think he's that handsome. But yeah, to be honest with you, Mr. The Drimmy, honestly, you're not getting an Eldar Army box. That you would have seen it already. They would have showcased that in the preview show, no doubt at all, alongside the Krieg one.
I'm also so done with the taking a photo. You open the door and there's a camera phone in your face.
Yeah, I want to knock out their hand.
I'm so done with it. It's...
Joe who? Exactly, wee man. Joe fucking who?
Is there some kind of box I can tick for this address that it's assigned for no photos?
Do you want to see Doggo?
For the doggo.
I mean, There you go, doggo. You've seen a doggo now. Thank you, Evan, for the tea. We are getting a new combat patrol. I reckon that'll be what it is. No army box, combat patrol. I just feel like, honestly, I would love an Eldar box with a fancy codex, but I just feel like if we were going to get one, they would have showcased that at the same time they showcased all of the aspects and the Phoenix Lords, and it would have been like, hey, here's all these new cool things, and guess what? We put it in a fancy box for you. But I can't see it happening. We're not going to get one. Really can't see it happening. Bit shit that, sure, every other faction has an army box when they have had a bunch of models released. I don't know if I think it's a bit shit. So there's the obvious bonus that if you get an army box, you normally get a discount. There is a bonus to that. I'll give you that one. That's an added bonus, right? That you get a discount if you get an army box. On the flip side, for a plus, is that you get to pick and choose what you want. So let's say that you don't want fire dragons, and the army box is full of fire dragons. You know, I didn't actually really want fire dragons. Now, I'm going to imagine that most Eldar players want all of the new things, I would assume, but this is perhaps an edge case. But let's just say that you're not going to get fire. You don't want fire dragons, and it's full of fire dragons. At least now you don't have to buy stuff you don't really want. But I am thinking of starting Eldari, but I'm used to playing Space Marines. Just worried I won't like how squishy they'll be compared to Marines. You won't. You won't like how squishy they are compared to Marines. But Marines nowadays are still relatively squishy, I'd argue, on the whole, unless you're going like big old Gravis bombs and Terminators, which most people aren't, to be fair. You can circumvent that somehow or some way by adding in some of the Wraith units, Wraith Guard, Wraith Blades, Wraith Lords, if you really want to remove some of the squishiness, because they're pretty tough, you know. If you look at current Wraith Blades, what are they? T7, 3 wounds, 2 up, 4 up with the axes and shields. They're pretty durable. So you can definitely put some anvils in your army. The Avatar is a solid choice. He's a pretty tough old beast. I think that my personal opinion will always be, when you come from something like Space Marines and being used to the durability perhaps of Marines and the Marine equivalents, when you start to really get used to Eldar and the tricks and the speed and the maneuverability, you actually start to have more fun, if I'm being honest with you, because it becomes more technical and it becomes more of a chess game, I often find, with Eldar. The caveat to that is normally shortly after or after the Codex is dropped and they've actually managed to balance it, because there's also that weird period of time when you're an Eldar fan where you are the strongest thing in existence and no one wants to play you because you go, I've turned up, so I win. And that's the thing I just really don't want to see happen. I really don't want to see happen. I'd love to do a full aspect army of Eldar. Nowadays, yes. Although, and I'm being fucking greedy here, but I did really hope when they announced New Assurman that we would see new Dire Avengers. The Dire Avenger kit isn't bad. It's just nothing compared to the Banshees, and it's nothing compared to the Shining Spears, and it's nothing compared to the Dark Reapers. So if we assume that the Swooping Hawks, the Spiders, and the Fire Dragons are of similar quality to the Banshees, the Scorpions, the Reapers, then the aspect of the Avenger Shrine just doesn't kind of really add up. You know, it's just a bit derpy. Like I dislike it so much. I've got a box somewhere where I literally took Dire Avenger heads and stuck them on Guardian bodies, because the Guardian models are scaled up a bit. They're a bit more dynamic. I just thought they looked nicer. So I was like, I honestly took Dire Avenger heads, banged them on Guardian bodies with the same Guardian rifles, and then I took the tabard for the Exarch, the back banner, and I gave him 2 guns to represent the fact they had 2 shuriken catapults, and that's what I did. How old are Avengers? I don't know that, honestly, Carl. Chat, we're 17 away, by the way. At this point, we're 17 away from halfway to members, but we're over halfway through the stream. Shall we get... Do you fancy a little membership train? And I'll show you what's right down there. I'll show you one box that's in that box there. Oh, Dan, thanks for becoming a member all by yourself. What a legend. Get yourself a Discord. Exclamation mark Discord. Get yourself a Discord, sir. You can also check out some of the other bonuses that exist. We will soon be launching, I say soon, in about 10 days' time, we'll be launching the Jarl's Only giveaway, I reckon, probably. Maybe future Kill Team release for Dire Avengers. I'd be into that. Although I don't like Kill Team releases because now they charge them extra because the cards are in it. Arkador, thank you for the one gifted. The train has left the station. Slowly. Slowly, but it has left the station. Thank you so much, Arkador, for the one gifted membership. What a legend. Now, if we could just get a couple of 20s in, we'll be good, wouldn't we? We would have caught up the stream of the time. The time of the stream. I am actually excited about having Joe back tomorrow, to be fair. It will be good. Evan, thank you for the one gifted. It's a slow pull. It must be a big old train. Thank you, Evan, you legend. We have now got 36 people excited for Joe's return. $36 people.
I'm shocked if they are not doing at least 2. Half split in each with other random stuff. GW like milking us for that kind of thing. Imperial agents got 3 Eldar to get none seems nonsensical to me.
Scooter, thank you for the 5 gifted. To get none as in army boxes, is that what you mean? One glam ring. Thank you so much, Scooter, you legend. 41. We're nearly there, we're nearly halfway. Scooter! What a legend, what a hero. Slow pulls last longer. Not entirely true. Not entirely true. What do you mean, that one glam ring? Do you mean army boxes? Is that what you're saying? I don't think we'll get one. I honestly don't think we'll get one. Call it intuition. Call it influencer intuition. I don't think we'll get one. Thanks for the free sub. Get yourself a Discord. Come hang out. Hopefully you'll like it. Hopefully you'll like what you see, and then you can choose to become a member all by yourself when your sub runs out. That's what all the cool kids do. I like the look of your brain. Looks like a nice painting project. Not sure if she is any good on the board. The problem is, Lionheart, is that what the issue is the rules and abilities that she has now might not be the same in a month or two, because we are Q1 for Eldar release. So if you're looking at buying things based on rules, I wouldn't. You can make some assumptions. So it's a safe assumption to look at the units and assume that they're going to essentially try and do what they already do, but their rules may change. You know, Banshees are swords and pistols. It's quite clear what their rules are going to be in terms of what they're going to try and make them do. What's not clear is how powerful that's going to be. What rules they'll keep, what rules they're going to want to get rid of. Dark Reapers have got launchers, big missile launchers. It's quite clear their role, but whether they're going to be actually any good versus the points, it's unclear whether they're going to be any good versus the points, right? So at this point in time, it's probably one of the best times to start an Eldar army, and also one of the worst times, depending on your outlook. If your outlook for collecting an army right now is, how do I make a competitive Eldar army, then don't buy models, because it's going to change, okay? It's almost definitely going to change in the future. If, however, you are... I like the hobby, I want to paint cool Eldar models, then you're in this beautiful place right now. You're like, the rules are going to change, so I don't have to worry about what's good and bad. I could just buy shit that's nice. Just buy nice stuff. Okay? And that makes it quite nice at the moment. I think the whole Eldar range is stunning, personally. There's a couple of kits that are showing their age. Dire Avengers, Wraith Lords, War Walkers, but they're still not bad. So I think that if you look at Guardians, if you look at Wraith Guard, Wraith Knights, you look at their Warlock kits, you look at Banshees, you look at Reapers, you look at Scorpions, Jet Bikes, Rangers, Shroud Runners, what the Shining Spears. They're all beautiful kits. Yvrain is stunning. The Incarn is great. The new Avatar is beautiful. Eldrad's a nice model. The Autarchs are nice models. So, you know, I think you're in a nice place where you can be like, I'm just going to buy cool shit. And you'll be fine. Jack Allen, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. What a legend. We have got over that halfway mark, finally. Just need someone with a fiddy now. And we're good. We can all go home. All right, babe. You still have to finish your homework?
No, not yet.
What, this due last Wednesday?
Yeah.
Was this what you were like at school as well?
No, I used to sit at home at the table staring at my homework, still clueless as to what they want me to do. I know we home ed, but I don't think I really, like, air quotes, believe in homework.
Interesting.
Because if you didn't get it in the classroom, you're then just torturing yourself at home.
I think the kind of concept of homework is good. The use of it's often bad. So the concept of homework, whereby you're potentially encouraging a bit of self-discipline to go away, work something out, learn something, compile it back together in some kind of report and bring it in, I think is a perfectly reasonable concept to teach people to self-motivate, to self-study, to, you know, to figure things out. But I think that what definitely happened at my school too often was like, right, go home, do workbook pages 27 to 34.
That's
like,
exactly it.
I could have just done this in a class. It
That's
doesn't make any
exactly
difference.
it. But then it's also, all the jobs I've ever done have not required homework.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of it.
So it's just a completely lost concept on me.
Well,
if I have a long haul project in anything, it's not, because it's always been a collaborative effort. It can't really be homework. Okay, so I know it's not Spearhead anymore. It's now
Combat Patrol.
So Combat Patrol. I don't consider that homework because it's not pages 34 to 39 at a desk.
But it is homework because it's a task you now have where you have essentially a self-defined deadline because you've decided on the dates, and then there's things you're having to organise where you have to go away, figure it out for yourself, find things out, work things out, etc. So that's what homework is, if used correctly, is good for. So I've got no issues with giving the kids little things like, okay, James, you want to do X for a job, right? Beautiful. So I'm going to set you a little task. Go and you've decided you want to be a streamer, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I want you as homework to set up your first ever scene collection. Go.
Scene collection.
Yeah, so on OBS, when you build a stream, you have a scene collection, which is a collection of scenes, a number of pages, which you would have seen when you do the producing in the studio. And then when I switch pages, I'm switching scenes. That's the correct technical term for it.
Do you know what? That's not pigeonholing in my brain as homework.
But that would be homework for him because he doesn't know what it is. He's got to go and figure it out, work it out, and come back and,
I know,
and present.
but I don't. I wonder if it's because if you're interested in the subject matter, it's not. It's not this like thick fog of sitting at your dining table just staring at the book going, well, I didn't get it at school. I don't know why you think the penny's going to drop now.
In the meantime, Jack Allen, thank you for 20 more gifted memberships. That's 30 loose. 30?
It's not a fiddy though, is
What
it?
do we hope for Jack? I'm gonna do a hope for him. He's done 30 in a day. And then Colton's come in with 5 as well. What a legend. Dan has been hobbying slowly for years and years, but only recently started playing since 6th edition. Eldar and Grey Knights are my OG. Super excited about the new Eldar models, hoping for new Grey Knights. I reckon we'll get new Grey Knights. I don't have any intuition about that, but I reckon we'll have new Grey Knights. I reckon we'll get those. I love Grey Knights, but I can't deal with the old models. I love Eldar, but I would ban myself from using the Finecast or the old metals for the aspects, despite the fact I've got a load of the metals. I'm so happy about the updated range. Thank you so much, Jack and Colton, for the 25 between you, but Jack specifically for the 30 on his own. What an absolute hero. What a legend amongst mere mortal men. A hope for Jack. What should we do as a hope for Jack? we're going to assume at this point that Jack has himself another half.
Okay.
Someone who is waiting for him when he gets home from work. And I hope for you, Jack, the next time you come home from a long, hard day at work, your other half serves you a, whichever is your preference, perfectly cooked steak dinner. Got a thing about steak lately, Luce. A perfectly cooked steak dinner. Is perfectly happy with cleaning the kitchen up after the perfectly cooked steak dinner. Hands you a remote and a cold beer and says, "The TV's yours tonight."
Right, well, there can't be fairy tale hopes, babe. They need to be...
That's realistic.
Is it?
Is that something that you have on occasion thought of doing for me?
Thought of. Have I executed it?
Not yet, but it's still there. There's still a maybe.
Hope. It's a hope.
There's still a maybe. It's still a hope, right? Exactly.
I see how you teed me up there. Making me look like a knob. Thanks, babe.
Thank you, Jack, you legend. We're on 76, chat. And we're on £76 as well. 24 to go for both. We'll hit targets. Whee! I went back to the gym today and I'm in fucking agony. It was a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Although we were back to the gym being quiet again, which was bonus. I also went to the dentist today.
I'm actually really proud of you.
I fucking hate dentists.
Because there's such a lot of negative connotations towards dentists. And when I finally got the boys in the chair, because they're autism trained, hallelujah, got them in the chair, and the boy, Ben wasn't nervous at all. He practically like dive bombed onto the chair. James was a bit nervous. And then that's when I said to the dentist, I've noticed almost every kid's cartoon depicts the dentist as this like torture chamber person with really scary like headlights, so you can't really see past the glare of the light. And actually our dentist is really friendly, really child friendly.
The thing is, I have such negative relationship with dentists because of the first 20 years of my life. That it's not even that. My military dental service was not particularly great, to be fair. As you discovered when you were bedside when I came round after they'd removed all 4 wisdom teeth at once.
And then put you on a plane to Afghan.
And then put me on a plane to Afghan,
with the lovely air pressure that is aircraft.
With a big fucking infection in my gum.
Nice.
I had to keep popping and then spitting all the fucking pus out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that actually. I had to go into general anaesthetic. Because what they had to do, I had my wisdom teeth. I don't know if you've seen my teeth, chat. I don't try and show them very often because it is like someone's pushed a grand piano down a set of stairs. So I don't like to show my teeth all too often. It's like a box of dropped biscuits. So when my wisdom teeth started growing, I know, not much wisdom, they were growing in all kinds of fucking angles. And so they decided to remove them, all 4 of them, before we went to deploy to Afghanistan for the first time. So the bottom 2 here, the bottom 2 here were growing into the jaw. So obviously your jawbone comes down and then across. They're growing into the jawbone. So we're going to need to put you on general because we've got to chip your jawbone away to get to the teeth. All right, cool, okay, fine. So under I went, under general anaesthetic. I'm sure I probably didn't snore. And then they removed all 4. They have to cut your gum, slice your gum open, get in, chip the bone away, get the tooth out. Otherwise, I can't get the tooth out. And I came round, and it was like I'd gone 10 rounds with Tyson Fury. I was bruised and swollen and huge. And when I came round, what they had done is they'd numbed my whole mouth, which thank fuck for that. They numbed my whole mouth, so I was big and swollen and bruised here. I looked at Luce, who was bedside, and we weren't even engaged at that point. It was before even those times. And I went to say something, and all this blood and pus and shit came out my mouth, and then she went and threw up. So the 2 dental nurses who were on the ward to look after us were then outside looking after Luce with a bucket, rubbing her back. I was like, "Where's my fucking help? I can't talk." Oh no, but your girlfriend. I was like, "Fuck her! Look at the state of this mouth. Look at the mess you've left me in." That was pretty bad. I also remember the military dentist that I had at Watersham. I also remember going in for, I said this today, going in for an appointment because you had to have appointments in the army and you got told off if you didn't. Had to have an appointment, go in and be like, oh, you need a filling in this left tooth. Like, oh, do I? Yep, and they wouldn't let you go until you booked an appointment. So I booked the filling as I left, and I'd phone up 2 days later and I'd cancel the appointment because I don't like the dentist. I didn't want someone drilling around in my face, so I'd cancel the appointment. And then you go back for your checkup another year later, and they go, oh, you need a filling. I'm like, oh yeah, where's that? Different tooth altogether. I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't need one last time then. That's weird. Booked an appointment, cancel it 2 days later. Go back a year later, oh, you need a filling. Which one? Different tooth again. Like, are you fucking taking the piss, you lot? So I don't trust them to start with. It also doesn't help that as a child, about 3-4 years old, I was walking along the street with my hands in my pockets and I tripped over a curb or something and I smashed my front 2 teeth in half. So as a young lad at that age, I had to have my front 2 teeth extracted early, the milk teeth, because I'd fucked them, which meant my adult ones started dropping early, which is why I had teeth like fucking Bugs Bunny at quite a young age. Then I had an incident where, if you can see, one of them has got 2 colours. This one here has got 2 different colours to it. And that's because half of it's fake. And that's because, do you remember, I don't know if you have these in the States, this would be interesting. You know those fucking tennis racket sets you get on the playground at schools in the UK? Big, thick, yellow bastards. The big plastic ones. You know the ones all about? You have the big fucking bouncy...
Swing ball.
Yeah, the big bouncy, like swing ball bats.
Yeah.
The big, thick, chunky fuckers. I was running around the playground playing football when I was at school, and I ran down, and someone went like that with a fucking one of them rackets and caught me in the mouth and smashed half that tooth off. That's where that half tooth went. So we went to the dentist immediately because the nerve was exposed with my half a tooth, and he put a fake half on it straight away. Cool, good, and said hopefully we'll save the nerve. Spoiler, it didn't. And we found out that it didn't not too long afterwards when I got in a scrap at rugby with a bloke who was probably not supposed to be playing for the under-15s at the time because he looked like he was about 19. I reckon he probably smoked 20 a day. And I fucking hurt him, and then he headbutted me. And when he headbutted me, this tooth got knocked out and was hanging by its nerve, essentially, sort of. Hanging by some sinew. Yeah. So off to an emergency dentist appointment. The dentist got me back in the chair, and then he had to force my tooth back in as far as he could, literally on my shoulders, pushing it in. And then went back for a checkup a few weeks later, and the nerve for the one that got half smacked out with a tennis racket, that nerve had died because of the trauma to the other one where I got headbutted. So I had to have a root canal. That was unpleasant.
Yeah.
At like 15. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey, chat.
But I genuinely am proud of you for going to the dentist, because it's your teeth, and it tells a story about you, and you can say to the dentist, no, I don't touch sugar, I don't know what you're on about. The second you open your mouth, they have a look, they know all about you because it's your teeth.
Well, also, like, I left the army after doing my final dental checkup. I didn't go to the dentist for 5 years, and I went to the dentist and they went, yeah, everything's fine.
That's amazing.
So I was like, cool, go to the dentist. Went again today, and she basically went, yeah, everything's fine. We did discuss, however, potentially doing some work to stop them looking like someone's dropped a pack of biscuits down the steps. But part of that potentially could involve braces, and I was like, I'm in front of camera, and this lot are not kind. So, this dog is very excitable tonight.
I know.
You know what's going on?
No.
She's distracting me. She's running around with her ball behind me.
It's her favourite ball.
Yeah.
The blue one's the favourite one.
Dan, your grill's been smashed in more times than the nappy chick, poor sod. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, honestly. So I've avoided the dentist forever, and Lucy's been on at me for a few years now about going for a checkup.
It's just because if something happens, you crack a tooth or something, you're not on anyone's books and you have no one to call, and you have to go to the emergency NHS dentist where, you know, it's no frills treatment, essentially just to tide you over until you can get to a dentist. And if a dentist has space to take on new patients, just go in and let them have a look, just so that you're on somebody's books.
What are you doing?
The NHS emergency dentist, it's not designed as a dentist, like a normal dentist. It's just a stopgap until you can get.
I have heard too many horror stories from NHS dentists.
Yeah.
And I've heard people. Joe had to wait a very long time with a very bad tooth. and I didn't realise how bad it was, but he was on extremely high levels of painkillers waiting for NHS dentist.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not getting younger. This is evident. And I'm not going to keep getting away with... I mean, I fucking brush 2 times a day. You know I'm up there all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to keep getting away with it. There's going to come a time, because it happens to everybody, where I'm going to have some pain, and I don't want to be going to... I don't want to be waiting 3 months to get it solved, because tooth pain is literally the worst. I've had enough of it. It's the worst.
I've just realised what I've said. I've possibly confused chat. There are NHS dentists, and then there's the emergency NHS dental clinic. That's what I mean. The clinic that's not designed as a family dentist. That's just we're gonna shove you full of painkillers and inject you into something. You need to see your actual dentist. And when you go, I don't really have one.
Yeah.
Well, all we can do is stop you feeling something now. It's not.
I'm thinking about a treatment plan to sort this mess out, but it's also going to be expensive. Although I have discovered that I can put a dental plan at this new surgery, which is a private dental surgery, on the business as a tax-deductible expense.
Me and Pat have an agreement. Take the bad thing out. Just take it out. She said to me, do you want your fillings redoing? Because they're silver fillings. And I went, no, I'm already married, Pat. I don't need them redoing.
This is the level of effort that I get.
She liked that one.
There's me, like, I want to sort all this out, make them all at least the same colour that isn't piss stain yellow. As maybe start looking at straighten them all up and stuff like that. And then Lucy's like, I don't fucking care anymore. Doesn't matter.
I just don't care.
I don't care if I whistle when I talk. I'm not bothered.
Nope, I don't care.
Yeah, I do. I go private for my dentist. Well, I've gone private, Rambo, yeah. What's up with you tonight? Why are you so excitable?
I had an NHS dentist, and I remember walking home crying on the phone to you because it was such an awful experience. So there's usually a dentist and a dental nurse in the room. The dentist was a man that I think had a really thick Russian accent, so I was already struggling. Plus it was face mask time, so I was already like, I swear to God, if someone wears a face mask, I go deaf. I can't hear you, because I didn't realise how much I look at someone's mouth when they're talking to me. So I was already really struggling to understand him. And it was one of the teeth near your canines, one of those had just completely cracked. So I needed help ASAP, and I was already registered, but my lovely dentist had moved on, and you're not allowed to follow the dentist. I called up and I said, where has she gone to? And they said, you're not allowed, we don't give out that information, you're not allowed to follow the dentist, because if the dentist...
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, if the dentist is very, very good and gains a bit of a clientele, it's plausible that surgery will lose a chunk of paying customers because they'll follow the dentist. But it squeaks, by the way. So I was in the chair with this Russian dentist guy who must have smoked about 100, and I could smell alcohol on him as well, so I was already nervous.
Sounds Russian.
He was quite overweight, and his belly poked out the bottom of his scrubs, I guess, and his belly rested on my headrest and was actually moving my head with his rise and fall of his breath.
Oh, wow.
So he was trying to put an injection in to numb me while my head was moving because of his breathing. The dental nurse, he was talking to her like a piece of shit, so she was really cagey and a bit like atmospheric in the room. And then he took the tooth out, put some gauze in, and then this bit I remember, he said, once we've cured the filling next to it, we'll talk about straightening that mess up.
Oh, lovely.
And he pointed to the rest of my mouth, and I was already fighting back tears because I was thinking, I can smell alcohol on you, and you've just put an injection in. Oh. So I remember coming home crying to you on the phone thinking, I don't care if I need a follow-up appointment, I'm not going back.
Yeah. He sounded awful, to be fair.
Oh, it was so bad.
What's his name? Where is it? Carl says, why doesn't Ron do your teeth? I don't like the dentist, Carl. I don't like the dentist. I didn't like being in the chair for 45 minutes today, so I'm not going to like being in the chair for 3.5 days if he was to do a procedure, am I? Let's be honest. If he takes that long to play a game of Warhammer, how long did it take him to do surgery?
But the boys were registered at that NHS dentist as well. So when I found that this one we're at now are autism trained and they take on kids, I called the dentist I used to be at to transfer their files over, And they said, oh, we've not seen you in a while. Can you book in? And I went, no, I've left you. Like, you should have given my files over. And then I remembered our current dentist just not knowing of me at all. So
No,
I
they-
thought,
they-
oh, this makes sense. You've not sent my files
That's
over.
why they do new customer appointments, which is what I
Yeah.
had today, and they just start the whole history from scratch.
But when I said, no, I left you, I'm with someone else, I got the, oh, why did you leave? So I said, that awful, awful Russian dentist, I'm not coming
Well, we
back. And then
don't-
she said, no, he's not here anymore.
We don't know he's Russian either. to be
Well,
fair.
but she knew exactly who I was on about.
Yeah.
But I said, no, too late. I've already got
Castle, we had an amazing major dentist on camp. Boobs rubbed your head while she worked. Yeah. Carl's like, I think I need a filling. You don't? I think I do.
Yeah, you gotta feel it.
I think I do. Chat, we had 24 away, and there is 12 minutes to go. That's 2 a minute, if you can do math. Chat, we are 4 away. Thank you, John McCardle, for the 20 gifted memberships. Look at that. It's like I knew. We are also £24 away from our super chat goal that we have as well. You wonderful humans. John, how you doing, man? Thank you for the 20 gifted, dude. I hope you're doing really well. Do we have a hope for John? It is John. I know it's your night off normally for
No,
hopes.
it's my night off.
It's
These
John.
are my boundaries. It is my night off.
It's John. He gets past all of our
No.
boundaries.
Nope, nope. John knows I love him, and he will respect my night off boundary.
John does know we love him. That is in fact true. That is in fact true. John, it's hard. What do you give a man who's got everything?
A good dentist, hope. We will always need the dentist, and it's a complete lottery if you get a good one.
You getting psyched for LVA? Are you playing in the event, John? Rambo and Edward, thank you both for 5 gifted each. You fucking legends. Holio, thank you for 5 gifted. Oh my god, what's happened? Chat's woke up. Chat has woke up. Incredible. Thank you so much, you wonderful, beautiful humans. 15 extra gifted on top. What a bunch of legends. What a bunch of legends. So it is her night off. No, it's her night off from Hopes, Ash. Hope specifically.
Luce, I finally got your Christmas gift and will be sending over this week.
Who's that?
Mr. McCardle.
Why have you got me a Christmas gift, John? I have heard that right.
Yeah? I finally got your Christmas gift and we'll be sending it over this week.
No, why have you do that? Why?
Yeah.
No. No. No.
I mean, he's got our address. So
No. No.
he's got our address because he's been here twice. I don't think you can stop it. Although if it's Andy delivering it, you might not get it.
Well, there we go.
Your name, Andy! When they're shouting is when you're safe. Is when they go low-level voice, you've got to worry. Are you fucking Andy?
Are you Andy? Poor Andy.
I want to give a hope for John, and I don't know what to give John as a hope.
Give him a dentist hope. We did have a thing here years ago.
It's a marriage proposal, will make sense when it arrives.
We did have a thing here years and years ago where dentists used to get paid, I think, by the government per filling.
Yeah.
So they used to drill perfectly healthy teeth to fill them and then charge the government. So I know the generation before us have terrible dental trauma because it was mostly our parents as kids.
I had terrible dental trauma, though,
teenagers.
to be fair.
But I suppose if that's the house you're growing up in where any conversation about the dentist is just horror and
Carl
negative.
reckons the present is a clone of a Willy.
Oh, what?
Clone of a Willy.
Oh, what is? The present?
John's present, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
A hope with steak and beer for Big John. I mean, you can have the same hope if you want it. He does like his steak. Is Texas Roadhouse any good in the US? I've been there once and I liked it, but is it good?
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. My girlfriend gets paid per filling too. Different type of profession, Ash. Different type of profession.
Oh,
She
it
needs to
still
stop being
happens
outside the
then.
front of our studio. Mr. Steal Your Wife. I mean, at this point, John's practically paid for her.
I am determined, though, to get the boys in a really good place with the dentist so that when they're adults and it's up to them to keep up with it, that it's not this dreaded calendar event. It's just a thing. Like, oh, it's the dentist.
Yeah.
It's not massively glorified, but it's not terrifying. It's just a thing.
Morton's for steak. I hope, John, the next time you go to Morton's for a giant steak dinner, they essentially flat forget to charge you. There you go. There's a hope for John. When you come to Nova, we'll go get a good steak. I'm into it. I hope John's dentist is a worldly and has plenty tit to spare. That's a good hope, Dan. I like that one. Everyone in chat right now, postcards for the last 5 minutes, hopes for Warhammer Jesus.
Right, I'm doing bath time.
Oh, wait, okay, yeah. We got 10 minutes and I'll be done. Hopes for Warhammer Jesus on postcards, go! We went to Texas Roadhouse and we went to Red Lobster. I fucking love Red Lobster. I have no idea if these places are any good, but I was in America, right? So I had to go to these places. That's what I had to do. When in Rome and all that. Bring Ruth Chris bring the fill out on a metal plate while it's still sizzling. Oof. Oof. I've got a thing about steak at the moment. I had it Thursday, Saturday, and today. I mean, today's was Lucy's leftover steak from Saturday. I don't know if that counts. Because she couldn't eat it all, so I was like, keep it in the fridge. I'll have it with eggs at lunchtime on Monday. I had steak and eggs at lunch. Although I didn't heat the meat up, and I feel that would have made it a better experience. But hey. John, do you think that Thanatar is definitely a Thanatar and it's only for Heresy as a Thanatar, or do you think it's something else? Since you don't really care about anything else, do you? Just Heresy. I have picked my Heresy Legion as well, John. So just so you know, I've picked a Legion. Yeah, you will. You dirty bastard. Jeremy nailed it.
John, I hope you get to play Heresy with Liam again soon.
That's a Thanatar. Yeah, I thought it was. An Eddie V restaurant. What on earth is that? Thank you so much, Jerry, for the 5. What a legend. Have I hearted all of the comments? Oh, by the way, one thing I will say as well, because some of you were there, right? Tick that one as well. Tick that one as well. Good.
Mr. John, I hope you get a good night's sleep.
Hopes for John's the best. So what I will say as well very quickly before we go tonight is yesterday I did something fun. I did content that was just for fun because I could. It wasn't about getting super chats or members. It was just doing it for fun. And yesterday we launched the first ever Saints show that my brother and I did on a completely different channel. Next time I come, I'm supposed to play Paddy. He called me out. Yeah, 100%. He wants to play you. So we'll make it happen. Whenever it is you want to come over, as long as Paddy's available, obviously. So he wants to play Heresy with you as well. So, you know. So yeah, we launched our first ever football podcast yesterday on a completely different channel, and it's something that my brother I've had such a lovely few days because he's so giddy with excitement at the moment, right? So we've done it for fun. It's an excuse to get together with my brother every week and talk football, which we sort of did anyway we were doing it over iMessage. Everything was over iMessage. which is fine. It's not the same as having a conversation in person. So we've gone for a laugh to do it, you know. We've gone for it for a laugh to do it and have fun. And I'm like, honestly, I keep getting messages from him going, "We've gained another subscriber. We've gained another subscriber." And as we're closing it on 100.
Hope John gets a new car. It never needs mech work.
Oh, bless you, Dave. Thank you for the tea. So it's so wonderful at the moment seeing his incredible excitement over this channel, which is football, which is like literally his biggest passion in the world. And I remember what's really nice about it is he's getting excited about every single individual subscriber. He's getting excited about tens of views and what have you. And what's been really heartwarming is it's genuinely reminded me.
I hope John can always trust a fart.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Jamholio. What's really heartwarming is it's genuinely reminded me of when I launched the channel over 7 years ago. And it's so nice to see someone else going through the whole thing. It's amazing. It's fucking incredible. And it's just been really like humbling, heartwarming moments. And it reminds you sometimes it's good to have those sorts of things that reminds you the whole reasons why you started. You know? So for those of you that did turn up, because some of you in chat did turn up and did come and say hello and did watch and have subscribed for whatever reason, I'm so grateful. And for those of you that did watch and have commented, thank you so much. If you are an empty sub, then, but yeah, he was good on camera. He was okay eventually. He actually ended really strong. He started. It's no exaggeration, Edward. He was shitting his pants before he went live. His hands were physically shaking. He was so nervous. We did a dry run through the week before with all the cameras on and stuff like that, but we didn't obviously go live to try and calm his nerves and settle him down. And we did it yesterday, and he was shitting himself.
What's the name of the new channel?
It's called the Saints Network. Saints is the nickname of our football club, Southampton Football Club, because we started in a chapel as Saints. So Saints is our team name. So the Saints Network's the channel, and yeah, we're not even at 100 subs yet, and he's so excited to get to 100 subs. You can't even monetize until you get to 500. You can't do anything. And watch it. Nice to see Dempsey know what he's talking about. He knows a lot more about football than I do. Okay, a lot more. Got a bit late, but interesting from a neutral fan viewpoint. Thank you. Better than Joe on camera. No, Joe's wonderful, isn't he? But yeah, I just want to say thank you, because his first experience, we had a peak of nearly 40 people watching, which is around what we get on Vag, for Christ's sake. There was commenters in chat. There's been some lovely comments after the fact. It's made his day. It's literally made his day. So I just wanted to, for those of you that have supported it, which I never expected, because like I'm happy pushing Vag out to people because it's relevant, right? The amount of people that play Warhammer who also play video games, it makes sense. It mixes. It's relevant. Comparatively, the amount of people interested in specifically Southampton Football Club versus Warhammer is not that common. There's not a lot of people. There's a few Saints fans out there, but on the whole, it's not that common. Okay, and so it is really heartwarming that people would do that for us, despite the fact that it isn't something they're probably going to be interested in. I love it. It's amazing. Brom always says, when you look into that black abyss with a camera, it's hard to remember your name. It can be. It can be. Harbour, thank you for 5 gifted exclamation mark Vortex. Thank you for 5 gifted memberships. You're a legend. What a hero. What a man. What a guy. Up to 116. Boom. And on that note, we have in fact surpassed membership goal, as you know, and we've surpassed Super Chat goal just. You people are amazing. We're 2 members away from 100. What about? Are you on delay? You mean we're 160 members in, mate? Oh, you mean subs. What league are the Saints in? They're in the Premier League right now. They will not be for much longer. They will not be for much longer at all. It's we're aiming to do it every Sunday around 8 PM. On occasion, it will get bumped to Mondays, possibly. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really enjoying getting back into my soccer. And this is just a cool way to spend an evening with my brother once a week, which is really nice. Thanks, Liam. And yeah, I worked out in the end. It's because you said members, mate. I got confused. But in the UK, football's a religion. It is indeed, yeah. Premier League, at least, until they get relegated in the summer, which is flat guaranteed. But hey. I will almost guarantee that there'll be a message from him very, very soon. If there isn't already. And there is. Cool, right, okay. Anyway, we're at the end of the stream. You people are wonderful human beings. Did they get relegated a few years ago too? Yeah, they got relegated 2 seasons ago. Well, a season and a half ago. They bounced straight back up again, but they didn't do a very good job in what NFL teams would call like the draft. They didn't do a very good job of picking up decent new players. The recruitment for players over the course of the last 3 years has been particularly poor. And we have possibly one of the worst Premiership teams or Premier League teams that have ever existed. But hey ho. So that is what it is. Nah. Go Ravens. Baltimore Ravens in the playoffs. Oh, bless you people. Thank you. How do you think they will do next season? Some of the ways that the top teams in the Championship are playing right now, I think they give us a run for our money at the moment, honestly. Morale's down. The players are all over the place. We have a squad that could comfortably compete in the Championship, but not in their current state. So we could, without doubt, bounce straight back up next season, but we need to be better at recruiting, specifically attackers, and we need to be better at how we set up on the pitch. There is a level of safety you have in the Championship because Championship teams are less clinical. You don't have that same safety in the Premier League. Teams are just significantly more clinical. They will punish you. You make a mistake in the Championship, you can get away with it, and we did repeatedly. You make a mistake in the Premier League, they score. That's what happens. I don't know about parachute payments. Parachute payments, or you didn't know that about parachute payments. Yeah, we're only going to get 2 years of parachute payments now. Any updates on tickets for next month? I have one. I'm coming to Ipswich. Anyway, I'm trying to go, chat. You got to talk about football now. Right. Thank you so much for hanging out, you wonderful human beings. You are amazing. We are back tomorrow at 1:30 with the Liam and Joe show. Maybe with Tom. It depends on how bad his appendicitis is and whether he's fit to be involved yesterday. We will see. We then have a live game planned in the evening. I asked Joe what he wanted to play, and he said Warhammer 40k. So this might be a 40k week. Next week is definitely a 40k week because of a new codex. So we'll see. I'm playing in both times, I think.
I am cashing in my one big Richard card. Ban Dave Beef for being a Steelers fan. Smile.
Why is Dave a Steelers fan? I mean, John's asked for it, Dave, right? So 80% of what I learned from football, I learned from Ted Lasso. Great show, by the way. Fucking great show. So we do have a live game of 40k tomorrow evening. If Tom's unwell, you might have to just be supportive because I'm probably going to have to try and run it from the deck for the first time ever and have to keep walking around and doing the scoreboard on my own. So please. Please. Who knows if it's going to work or not, I'm not sure. We're going to give it a go tomorrow anyway. Wednesday, we're back with another Warhammer show. Thursday will be another Liam and Joe show, another live game of 40k, which we might be producing ourselves. And then Friday is After Dark. That is your week's worth of content. You are amazing human beings. I'd be shocked if Tom can operate. No, it's whether he's actually he's got antibiotics, and I hope they don't need to do surgery, and he can just have drugs and he'll be okay. So we'll see how he feels tomorrow. If he's feeling up to it, the ball's in his court, right? If he's feeling up to it, then fine. If he's not feeling up to it, then we'll manage. It is what it is. Such is life. Thank you, John, for $20 at the end there. Thank you, everyone, for the wonderful support. Hope you all have a wonderful Monday. Hopefully your weeks are kind. And if they're not that great, you get to hang out with us all week, all through the week, as always. 7 streams. Again, we'll actually manage it this time, probably. Thank you so much for watching, you beautiful human beings. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. I can't ban the Eston. He's an Acer. He's an Acer, John. That'd be rude, wouldn't it, if I banned an Acer? So, sorry, mate, but I can't. But we'll punish them somehow. You're putting me in a hard place here, right? With John on one side and the Eston on Dave on the other. I don't like it. I don't like it. Right. Now I'm going again. See you in the next one.